Hey everyone! Welcome to our exciting journey into the heart of Russian cuisine. Today, we're diving deep into the rich and diverse world of Russian flavors, where every dish tells a story and every bite is a new adventure. Russian food is super special. It's a unique blend of history, culture, and tradition, all served on a plate. From hearty stews to delicate pastries, Russian cuisine offers a wide range of flavors and textures that are sure to delight your taste buds. It's not just about eating, it's like taking a trip through history with every bite. Each dish has its own story, passed down through generations, reflecting the rich cultural heritage of Russia. Imagine the ancient techniques and recipes that have been preserved and perfected over centuries. Imagine cozy kitchens filled with the yummy smells of fresh bread and hot soup. The warmth of a Russian kitchen is something truly special, where the aroma of freshly baked bread and simmering soups fills the air, creating a comforting and inviting atmosphere. Picture families getting together, sharing stories and laughing while they enjoy tons of tasty food. In Russia, meals are more than just a time to eat. They are a time to connect, to share, and to celebrate life with loved ones. The joy and laughter around the dining table are as important as the food itself. Russian food is all about feeling good and celebrating. Whether it's a festive occasion or a simple family dinner, the food is always prepared with love and care, making every meal a celebration of togetherness and joy. It's food made for sharing with friends and family. The communal aspect of Russian dining is a beautiful tradition, where dishes are passed around, and everyone gets to enjoy a little bit of everything. It's all about sharing the love and the flavors. It shows off how big and different Russia is, with all sorts of cool influences. The vastness of Russia means that its cuisine is incredibly diverse, with regional specialties that reflect the unique ingredients and culinary traditions of each area. From the hearty dishes of Siberia to the delicate flavors of the Black Sea coast, there's so much to explore. From thick stews to fancy pastries, there's something yummy for everyone in Russian food. The variety is astounding, with each dish offering a new taste experience. Whether you prefer savory or sweet, light or hearty, Russian cuisine has something to satisfy every palate. Let's go on a food adventure together and explore what makes Russian food so special. We'll visit bustling markets, cozy kitchens, and festive tables, discovering the secrets behind the flavors and the stories that make each dish unique. Get ready for a warm welcome and lots of yummy surprises. The hospitality of the Russian people is legendary, and you'll feel it in every meal. From the first bite to the last, you'll be treated to a culinary experience that's both delicious and heartwarming. We'll uncover the cool stories behind every dish. Each recipe has a history, a reason for being, and we'll delve into the fascinating tales that have shaped Russian cuisine. From ancient traditions to modern twists, there's a story behind every flavor. Let's explore Russia through its tastiest tradition, its food. Join us as we embark on this delicious journey, discovering the rich and diverse culinary heritage of Russia. It's going to be an adventure you won't want to miss. Borscht, a bright red beet soup, is like the heart of Russian food. This iconic dish is not just a meal, it's a symbol of warmth, comfort, and tradition. Originating from Eastern Europe, borscht has found its way into the hearts and homes of many, especially in Russia. Its vibrant color and rich flavor make it a standout on any dining table. You'll find it on almost every table in Russia, made in all sorts of ways. Each family has its own unique recipe, passed down through generations. Some prefer it hot, while others enjoy it cold, especially during the summer months. The versatility of borscht is what makes it so special and beloved. It starts with a flavorful broth, usually made with beef or chicken. The broth is the foundation, simmered to perfection to extract all the rich flavors. Some even use vegetable broth for a lighter, vegetarian version. The key is to let it simmer slowly, allowing the flavors to meld together beautifully. Then comes the star of the show, beets. They give the soup its awesome color and a little sweetness. Beets are not only delicious but also packed with nutrients, making borscht a healthy choice. The beets are usually grated or finely chopped, ensuring they cook evenly and infuse the broth with their vibrant hue. Onions, carrots, and potatoes make it even better. These vegetables add depth and texture to the soup, creating a hearty and satisfying meal. Some recipes also include cabbage, which adds a slight crunch and additional flavor. The vegetables are typically sautéed before being added to the broth, enhancing their natural sweetness. The best thing about borscht is that you can make it your own. Whether you like it chunky or smooth, spicy or mild, there's a version of borscht for everyone. Some people add tomatoes for a tangy twist, while others prefer a more traditional approach. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes cooking borscht so much fun. Some people like it a little sour, adding a spoonful of sour cream or a squeeze of lemon. The sour cream adds a creamy texture and a slight tang, balancing the sweetness of the beets. Lemon juice, on the other hand, brightens up the flavors and adds a refreshing note. It's all about finding the right balance that suits your taste. Others like it extra filling, with chunks of meat or beans. Adding meat, such as beef or pork, makes the soup more substantial and satisfying. Beans are a great vegetarian alternative, providing protein and a different texture. Both options make the soup heartier and perfect for a main course. No matter how you make it, borscht is like a big hug in a bowl. It's the ultimate comfort food, warming you up from the inside out. Each spoonful is a reminder of home, family, and tradition. It's a dish that brings people together, creating memories that last a lifetime. It shows how welcoming Russian people are. Sharing a bowl of borscht is more than just eating. It's an experience. It's about hospitality, generosity, and the joy of sharing a meal with loved ones. So the next time you have a chance to try borscht, remember that you're not just tasting a soup, but a piece of Russian culture and tradition. Pelmeni are tiny, yummy dumplings that tell a story about Russia's nomadic past, when people traveled a lot. These little pockets are filled with a mix of ground meat, onions, and spices. The dough is made with flour and water, rolled out super thin, and cut into circles. A spoonful of filling goes in the middle, and then the edges are pinched together to make a little half-moon shape. Pelmeni are boiled until they float to the top, which means they're ready to eat. They're often served with a dollop of sour cream, melted butter, or some fresh herbs. Each bite is a burst of flavor, showing how simple and clever Russian food can be. Blini are thin pancakes like crepes, and they're super important in Russia. They represent good luck and wealth, and people eat them during celebrations and festivals. Blini batter is made with simple stuff: flour, milk, eggs, and yeast. The batter sits for a while to get light and fluffy. The cool thing about blini is that you can eat them sweet or savory, with all sorts of toppings. People love them with sour cream, caviar, smoked salmon, or fresh fruit. Blini are like a blank canvas for your imagination, showing how creative Russian cooks are. Chebureki are deep-fried turnovers filled with yummy stuff, and they're a favorite street food in Russia. These half-moon-shaped pastries are crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. The dough is made with flour, water, and sometimes a bit of vodka, rolled thin and cut into circles. The filling is usually ground meat, onions, and spices. Chebureki are fried until they're golden brown and crispy. They're best eaten hot, right out of the fryer, when the inside is still steaming and the outside is super crunchy. Chebureki show how Central Asian food has influenced Russian food. They're a delicious and filling snack, perfect for a quick bite. Shawarma is another popular street food in Russia, and it shows how many different cultures have influenced Russian food. It originally comes from the Middle East, but Russians have made it their own. Russian shawarma usually has thin slices of marinated meat, like chicken or pork, cooked on a spinning grill. The meat is shaved off and put into a thin flatbread with lots of toppings. People love it with shredded cabbage, chopped tomatoes, cucumbers, and different sauces, like garlic sauce, tahini sauce, or a spicy tomato sauce. Russian shawarma is a tasty and filling meal, perfect for a quick lunch or dinner. Pirozhki are small baked or fried buns with different fillings, and they're a beloved Russian snack. These little pastries are a classic Russian food, loved by everyone. Pirozhki dough is usually made with yeast, flour, milk, and eggs, which makes it soft and a little sweet. The fillings can be savory or sweet. Popular savory fillings include ground meat, cabbage, mushrooms, and potatoes. Sweet pirozhki might have fruit preserves, sweet cheese, or poppy seeds inside. Pirozhki are a yummy and versatile snack, perfect for any time. Finding real Russian food is easy, whether you're in a big city or a small town. Look for small cafes and restaurants with menus written in the Russian alphabet, called Cyrillic. That's usually a good sign of authentic Russian cooking. Street food stalls are also great places to find Russian flavors. Follow the smell of freshly baked pirozhki or the sound of chebureki frying. Don't be afraid to ask locals where they like to eat. They'll be happy to share their favorite spots. Try something new and enjoy the true taste of Russia. Russian food isn't just a bunch of recipes. It's a story about Russia's history, culture, and traditions. Each dish carries with it a piece of the past, a glimpse into the lives of those who came before us. From the hearty stews that warmed the hearts of peasants to the elaborate feasts enjoyed by the nobility, Russian cuisine is a tapestry woven with threads of history and heritage. Food is super important in Russian life, bringing people together for parties, holidays, and everyday meals. It's not just about eating, it's about sharing moments, creating memories, and celebrating life. Whether it's a casual family dinner or a grand holiday feast, the table is where stories are told, laughter is shared, and bonds are strengthened. Sharing food is a big part of being welcoming in Russia. When you sit down at a Russian table, you're not just a guest, you're part of the family. The act of passing dishes, pouring drinks, and toasting to health and happiness is a ritual that brings people closer together. It's a gesture of hospitality that says, "You are welcome here." Guests are always greeted with open arms and a table full of delicious food. The abundance of dishes is a symbol of generosity and care. From the moment you step into a Russian home, you're enveloped in warmth and kindness, and the food is a big part of that experience. It's a way of saying, "We are glad you're here, and we want you to feel at home." From hearty soups to fancy pastries, every bite tells a story about the past and the present. Traditional dishes like borscht and pelmeni have been passed down through generations, each recipe carrying the essence of the people who made them. And then there are the sweet treats, like blini and pirozhki, that add a touch of joy to any meal. Each dish is a chapter in the ongoing story of Russian cuisine. Exploring Russian food is like getting a warm hug from Russian culture. It's an invitation to experience the richness of a tradition that values togetherness, hospitality, and the simple pleasure of a good meal. When you taste Russian food, you're not just enjoying a dish. You're connecting with a culture that has a deep appreciation for the art of cooking and the joy of sharing it with others. It's a chance to connect with a rich food history and make awesome memories by sharing yummy meals. Cooking and eating together is a way to bond, to learn from each other, and to create moments that will be cherished for years to come. Whether you're making a traditional dish or trying something new, the experience is always enriched by the company you keep. So, grab a fork, get ready to try new things, and enjoy the flavors of Russia. Dive into the diverse and delicious world of Russian cuisine, where every meal is an adventure and every bite is a celebration of culture and community. Whether you're a seasoned foodie or a curious newcomer, there's always something new and exciting to discover at the Russian table.